Years ago, I had a teacher, and he told us this great story that I always think about when I'm feeling that the world is closing in on me or I'm very stressed. And it's the story of the polar bear. So at some time, there was a zoo that wanted a polar bear. And the people that were giving the polar bear to the zoo said, you can have this polar bear, we're going to put it in a cage, but you can only leave it in this cage for so long. And so the zookeeper said, yes, this is fine. We're building this beautiful habitat for this polar bear, and we're on schedule to get this done, and all is well. Well, what happened is that the habitat for the polar bear got delayed. The polar bear was still in this cage, and it went past the time it should have been in it. The day came when the habitat was all ready, and they put the polar bear into its beautiful new environment. They were all excited, and they realized that the polar bear was only going within a certain area. It would only move in a certain area. It wasn't enjoying all the beauty that had been created around it for it to enjoy. And the zookeepers, they couldn't understand it, and so they talked with the people that they got the polar bear from, and the people said, well, because you held this polar bear in the cage for longer than it should have been, it can only see a certain perimeter around it. It only knows to go that distance, that if it went past it, then it would hit a barrier. And I often think of that story when I'm in a moment of change in life. And at work lately, I've been listening to a lot of you have been going through some life changes. Maybe after the quarantine, you realized that the way that your life was going, work life, family life, running the rat race, it's not how you envisioned your life to be in the future, and you're a little bit nervous about making some change. Or we're halfway through the year and you said you were going to do all these resolutions and nothing's been done, and you're just disgusted with yourself. Are you saying you're getting old? Age is just a number. What you do every day, your small consistent action steps, give you the results that you're at right now. And unlike the polar bear, where you can become so enclosed and so into your ways, set in your ways, that you may not realize that you actually have the freedom to make changes, to break down these barriers. So one of them is you have the freedom to put the correct foods into your body to repair, regenerate, and grow. You have the freedom to exercise. You have the freedom to make life changes. It's our own barriers, our own thoughts and ideas that entrap us and put us into the daily grind. I wanted to share that polar bear story with you because all of us go through changes. We all think a certain way, and then one day we wake up and what we once thought we wanted is not really what we wanted, or what we were striving for, something else got in the way, we had to put out a fire or whatever, and it's a failed purpose, and we feel like we can never obtain that we're just getting old and we just have to subscribe to that adage. And that's not true. Find out what are the things that are creating barriers for you. What did you tell yourself that this is the way life is and that's just it, and you have to adjust to it, or you just have to become accepting of it. And I say don't subscribe to that adage. Make some small consistent action steps to move you forward towards your goal. And yes, can you get off track? Absolutely, we all do. Only 2% of the population can go full force with something. So it's more getting your choo-choo back on track. Are you like the polar bear right now, and do you need to break down some barriers? Find out what it is that's holding you back, get educated about it, and make small, consistent action steps to reap great rewards. Remember, health is a choice. Choose to be alive and well.